As a small business, we use AI pretty much every day. We use it for idea generation, for efficiency improvement, and for many other tasks. But I got to thinking, could AI, and specifically ChatGPT, help me develop some new coffee recipes? So I put it to the test. With this simple prompt, I asked ChatGPT to come up with several coffee recipes that it thought both you and I would like, and also to come up with some clever names for them as well. In this video, we're going to test and score each of these coffees to see how good ChatGPT really is at making coffee recipes. Now, just a quick caveat, I did decide not to make 2 of the recommended recipes. One of them had coconut in it, which I'm allergic to, and the other had an ingredient that was not available in my local convenience store. Stay tuned to the end of the video and let us know which of these coffee recipes you would like to try. Now, I love Biscoff cookies, so when this popped up on the AI generator, I was very excited. All right, so we're going to gather all our ingredients here, and first we're going to start with our espresso, followed by our steamed milk, 3/4 cup. Going to add in 2 to 3 pumps of this cookie butter syrup. That's mostly to taste whether you like sweetness or not, and then top it with whipped cream. And then we're going to take our 2 Biscoff cookies. One of them we're going to sprinkle on top, crumble it up and sprinkle it on top of the whipped cream. And the other we're going to add to the side just as a bit of garnish. And there you go, our Biscoff latte.
Oh, that's perfect. It tastes like a gingerbread latte. Like it's got like the right spices, that wintry spice taste. The Biscoff is delightful in there. It sweetens it up a little bit. I mean, it's just, to me, this is the quintessential winter treat. So like when I think of it's cold outside, sitting in front of the fire with a warm latte, this is what I think of. Oh man, this is gonna be tough to beat. I'm gonna go with a 8.5 out of 10.
Next up, we have a cinnamon maple velvet latte. We're gonna go ahead and gather our ingredients again. Please ignore the fact that we're only 1 coffee in and I've already made a stain on my shirt, but it's just the way it is with coffee. We're going to start with our espresso again, and then add our steamed milk. We're going to add a tablespoon of maple syrup, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and top with whipped cream. You can add powdered cinnamon and a cinnamon stick for garnish, and there you go, our cinnamon maple velvet latte.
Interesting. It's actually pretty similar to the Biscoff latte that we just tried. I was worried about the maple syrup. I thought it was going to be a touch. You can taste it just a little bit. It's adding just a little bit of sweetness. I think it's doing a very similar thing to what that cookie butter syrup did with the Biscoff latte. It's a very similar drink. The cinnamon used in it, I think you can probably do better by making like a cinnamon syrup using cinnamon sticks. The powdered cinnamon did not really dissolve at all. And I knew that was gonna happen. I've done cinnamon drinks like this before, and it does a similar thing where it just doesn't really dissolve. It mixes it around, but it doesn't really dissolve. But that's okay. I think you can improve this significantly, and from an experience standpoint, with using like a cinnamon syrup instead of ground cinnamon. But overall, I mean, it's really good. Because of the texture of the ground cinnamon, I'm gonna take a little bit off. I'm gonna go 7.5 on this, which is really good. I mean, like, I am very impressed. When I saw maple syrup latte, when ChatGPT gave me those responses, I was pretty worried about this one. So this one has me pretty optimistic about what the rest of the list is gonna look like. On to the next one.
Next up, we have the Spicy Mocha Inferno. Now, if I'm going to be honest, I was most worried about this one when I saw the results come from ChatGPT. Again, we're going to start with our ingredients, get everything ready to go. That giant blue bag is just a bag of cocoa. It's what we use for our hot chocolate at the shop. Again, we're going to start by adding our espresso and our milk. We're going to add a tablespoon of cocoa powder, some sugar to taste, a pinch of cayenne pepper, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, top with whipped cream, and finish with some cayenne pepper as a garnish.
Oh, nope. No, I don't like that. It does have a little bit of spice, but I'm very spice intolerant, and I would say that it's tolerable. So take that for what it's worth. It's a weird combination. I don't think I like that one too much. And I think it's just mostly the cayenne pepper. I just don't think it goes well in coffee. I gotta give it one more taste just to make sure. No. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. Yeah, I think I'm being generous too. 3 out of 10. I'm not gonna finish that one. Moving on to the next one. So that kind of finishes up our hot drink segment. And now the last 2 drinks that we're gonna try are gonna be cold drinks. The first one's gonna be an espresso shake, and the second one is gonna be a cold brew. So let's get started.
I didn't expect for ChatGPT to return a shake as an option, so I wasn't prepared with a blender. So we're gonna do the best we can with this mixing jug and all of these ingredients. Again, we're going to start off with our espresso. We're also going to add in our milk. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. And then chop up those bananas since we're just going to have to mash them instead of a blender. Add in our ice and get to mashing.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, obviously it would taste better. The texture would be better if it was actually a shake, if it was actually blended instead of just pounded to a pulp. It's kind of thick and pulpy. But I mean, overall, I think the coffee goes well with the peanut butter and the banana. I think that it's nice and refreshing. It's not as good as the first 2, but it's not nearly as bad as the spicy one. I'm gonna go. Let's go 5. Let's go 5 even. I think it has its place. Am I gonna reach for it every day? No. I mean, I think probably that's a one and done, because it's just not really my flavor combination, but the flavor combinations go together pretty well. All right, on to the last one.
Last up, we have our citrus espresso tonic. Espresso tonics have gotten really popular lately, and I've done a video similar to this with citrus coffee in the past, but I used sparkling water instead of tonic water, so I'm interested to see if there's a difference. This recipe is pretty straightforward. Just combine all the ingredients, give it a stir, and you're good to go.
Actually, that's pretty refreshing. It's a weird taste to start because you're not really expecting. The coffee's very diluted with the water. The orange juice isn't strong. It's there, it's citrusy, but I think it complements the coffee pretty well. And yeah, I mean, it's light, it's airy. I could see drinking this on a summer day if you wanted to pick me up but didn't want a hot cup of coffee. I think this is pretty decent. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. I think it's a little better than the peanut butter banana one, but it's not quite as good as the first few we tried. So 6 out of 10. Really still a pretty decent coffee. And so that's it. That's us letting AI generate some coffee recipes and then trying them out. My conclusion is that I'm pretty impressed. All the recipes were solid. There wasn't anything that was just like off the wall, crazy, that I don't think it should have done. Now, of course, the spicy's not for me. That one ranked last, but to each his own. I think that they were all respectable recipes. I think that they were well thought out. The ingredients made sense with one another. And so I'm pretty impressed. Let us know what you think. Did any of these recipes sound appealing to you? Have you tried anything similar? What were your thoughts on letting AI create coffee recipes? We hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, please consider subscribing to our channel to catch more great coffee content, and we will see you again very soon.